Hello everyone. Oops, got to get my camera in the right position. Hello everyone, how are you going? So today for World Watercolour Month, day 21, tactile, I am going to paint a budgie sitting on a hand. So first of all, I'm going to draw the budgie in. I'll get this little guy. They're just a little parrot, a beautiful little parakeet. And they're gorgeous little birds. I think most people have had these little birds as pets growing up. And they're very friendly and they love to be outside the cage, hanging around with their people, sitting on hands, on heads, or whatever they can sit on. So I thought they'd be perfect for tactile. Where'd I put my eraser? I need my eraser. I thought they'd be perfect for tactile. And use the eraser on the back of the pencil if need be. It's fine. There we go. I've got to make his head go up a bit higher. Like that. There we go, because they've got sort of funny rounded heads. I need to have a quick look, see. Oh, there's one eraser. It's not the one, but it'll do. It's today's. I'm just going to erase this other line that I did. So I start by getting my drawing in where I want everything, and his little eyes about there, back on his head. Maybe take that angle, not so much, not so strong an angle there. Then his little chest comes out there. I've got to have a bit more of an angle on his back. I haven't got quite enough an angle. It's got to go like that. And his feather comes right down. Because he's sort of balancing. So I draw his little wing feathers down here like that. Got to change the shape a few times till I get it where I want it. And his tail actually comes down there like that. So that's the budgie pretty much drawn in. And then, because he's sitting on a hand, I'll just mark in where the colours are going to go. He's got little stripes all around there. So the hand, there's a thumb here. And I got this reference again off Unsplash, one of my favourite go-to reference sites. Quite a defined thumb there. And I've been practicing drawing hands a lot more because I'm a big believer in, if you don't know how to do something, practice it. And the bird's actually sitting on seed, so I'm going to try and draw the seed in, because there's seed on, I forgot what these are called. They're like a wheat grassy thing. I actually had it for my birds when I had my little birds, because I used to have finches and canaries and things, and they used to love these seedy things. So there's a finger here holding that bit there, finger there. I can erase other marks as I go. Once I've done the picture to where I like it, I can remove some of my lines. So that finger comes down quite a bit, almost to the bottom of that stem, like that. That finger, little pinky finger, goes down there like that and rests. I've got to change the angle there. I can adjust this a few times. Like I said, this is just the early part of the sketch, getting everything where I think I need it. There's a finger there, up behind that thumb. Palm of the hand, the palm lines come down there. Got to change this finger a little bit. I've got to make that angle softer. And then that angle softer. More bulbous bit on that part of the finger. You can barely see her other fingers in there, but that's fine. I'm going to erase any excess lines that I don't want. I can, because it's going to be messy otherwise. Then The hand sort of wraps around, the wrist is there, and the arm goes off in that direction. It's a very simplified hand shape. I'll draw the nail on. The nails are pretty important. Nails really do help to bring, you know, they change your hand. If you do your nails right, it really does help to shape the thumb and fingers, and really does help. And I've been working on hands a lot lately because that was one area of drawing that I struggled with. So I'm a big believer in, if you can't do it more. Or if you think you can't do it more. All right, now, so that's that finger. That's that finger. I've got to fix this finger. This finger's gone a bit strange. I'm just going to get rid of that line. Tidy it up a bit more. Tidy it up a bit. Got to open my door for my little dog. My little dog comes in and, come on, you're going to come in? And does art with me. I've got two little Jack Russells. They actually both come in and do art with me. Pippi tends to wander. Pippi and Bear Bear are their names. Hello, Bib. Oh, Bear Bear's in his doggy bed under my desk. Hello, Bear Bear. Oh, and now Bear Bear wants to jump up. I'm just going to introduce you to Bear Bear. Come and say hello. This is Bear Bear. He's my little snuggle puppy, who he spends every morning doing my art with me. Don't you, Bear Bear? You do, little sweetie. And then there's Pippi, who loves a pat but doesn't like being picked up. Where'd I put my pencil? That was so 3 seconds ago. There it is, got it. There we go. I'm just going to change that angle on that finger. That's better. I like that better. You can only just see the pointy finger under the bird. So I'm not even going to worry about that. That will come in after. So I'm going to start to draw in just a few of the feathers. I won't draw all of them. I'll let the paint do the talking. So you can just get away with the outline, just where the basic feathers sit as a guide. Like that. And I'm going to use my Sennelier and my Schminkies for this piece today, and I'm using hot press watercolour paper. I've got to change his back. I'm not happy with his back line. I've got to soften it too so it's not quite such a strong drawing. And some of these mechanical pencils, so this one's got an eraser built in, but some of them you can actually get replaceable erasers, which is really cool. I usually use kneadable erasers, but I've moved it. And it's not where I sat it. So I don't know where it is now. It's in here somewhere. It won't be far. But for whatever reason, it's not in my direct line of sight right as we speak. I can't. Oh, yes, it is. Ha! Sitting behind my water bottle. I've got it. Yay, got my water bottle, my eraser. That makes me happy. Because you do get attached to certain supplies, and I love my kneadable eraser. I'd be lost without it. They just lift the marks off the paper much easier than a normal eraser, and they don't scuff your paper up. And I can soften these lines. So what I'm going to do is now, I've done the drawing, I'm happy with that. I'm just going to gently roll my kneadable eraser over the top of the art just to soften those lines. Just to take that, knock that drawing back a little bit. Like that, just so that I don't have any heavy dark lines in my picture. Like that. And then I'm going to wash around the background. So I'm going to get me a bit of cloth. I'll get me testing paper and sit that on my lap. I always have a little bit of paper that I test my colours on. Righto, so get a decent size brush. Where are you? Decent size brush. That one. And I'm going to wet the background. What colour am I going to do the background? I think I'm going to do the background in indigo. No, what am I going to do the background? I'm going to do the bird. I'm not going to do the background. Oh, yes, I am. I'm going to do the background. I'm going to wet the background first. Look at me being all indecisive. I'm just going to wet everything. Wet the whole background, cutting around the hand and the bird. And while that's drying, I can work on the centre of the hand, so that's fine. So I just work around the hand. So the bird's green, so I can actually go, I could go, yeah, I reckon a dark bluish colour. That'll create nice, or actually, I can go I might, maybe a cobalt blue, maybe a more natural blue. So I'm just wetting the background now that I've completed the drawing, just wetting all around the bird, everywhere that I want the colour to go. Got to cut right in close to the little bird. Take this right around the bottom, and I'm making the paper quite wet. You can see the water's dripped onto my hand in a couple of spots, but I can lift that off. That's fine, not a problemo. So I'm just going to drag that right around the bottom of the hand. Clean my brush, take the excess moisture off and pick up that bead of water. There was a little bead of water right there that I didn't like. That needs to go, and I can actually touch it with my cloth and dry that little bit. And now I'm going to go in with my cobalt blue. Get a giant swath of cobalt blue, stick it on my palette, and I'm going to drop that in and run it right round everywhere that I've put the water, because this is going to be the background colour for the artwork. And I can do this in a couple of layers. So I've got a big puddle of that on the palette, and I just drag it right round everywhere that I've put the water, like that. Grab some more, make sure it's nice and wet. So I'm working, this is called wet into wet technique. Got to take it, oops, I've got a bit of a brush hair there, but I can pick that up in a mini, and I can drag all that water down and around. Drag all that down and around. Whoopsie-daisy. I hit a button. I need to not hit buttons. I need to check that that's okay. Hang on. Whoopsie-daisy, just bear with me. Sorry, guys. Just want to make sure that didn't affect anything. So I'm really good at touching things and wrecking them. Hello, Lynn. Welcome from Quebec. How are you? Really oh. How are you? I pressed a button. And I press a button and I always break things. I'm not good at technology. So how are you today? And how is it in Quebec? Did I wet under there? I did. So I'm just doing the background on this little picture. Thank you. And you, I'm great. Thank you. Hello, Laurie. Welcome. Welcome from Florida. I've got people from all over the world. That's really cool. Wonderful to have you here, peeps. So this is grey. Oh, yeah, we've got, well, actually it's winter here. So we've got not lovely cool weather. Mind you, I'm still in a short sleeve shirt, but I like the cooler weather. So I've got to be a bit careful. I'm going to carefully pick up this bead around the edge of the hand, and I'm going to touch that onto that little part there. I missed around the little budgie's head. So these little birds are actually native to Australia. They live here in the wild, and they're quite beautiful. A little parakeet. You can see where my water's got onto the hand there, but that's okay. I'll be going over that with some skin tone. So, got the background. I might drop a little bit more. Love the rough seas tutorial. Oh, good. I'm glad you liked it. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I used to do a lot of time lapses, and I'm learning how to do the tutorials. I don't know. I think I'll just leave the background. I don't think I'll let it settle. Sometimes I go over it again, but I don't think I will. I might just leave that. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I've got my microphone right in front of my chat screen. There we go. Now I can see you talking. What kind of brush do you prefer? I use these silver black velvets. I've got them in half a dozen sizes, and I love them. I use them every day, and I use them for everything. I've even got, I had a quacker. His name was Kiwi. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I had lots and lots and lots of finches and canaries. I love finches and canaries. I love canaries' song. They're just so gorgeous. I'm just going to bring my watercolours a bit closer. And I'm going to go onto the hand and I'm going to make a skin tone. Or actually, I could probably work on, oh no, I'll work on the hand. I'll work on the hand. And the hand is yellow ochre. Skin tone is yellow ochre. And a touch of red. Touch of red and then dilute it. Well, that's what I use for my skin tone, anywho. I have 2 budgies, Elvis and Bird. Oh, that's so cool. Is Elvis a singing budgie? So I'm going to work. I've got to stay away from the edge of the hand because it's still wet. But I can work on these middle fingers and around this piece of wheat. That's the best name for a singing bird. My grandma had 2, Toto and Bibi. Oh, I've got a dog called Pippi, and she just heard Bibi and was like, oh, I'll come out and talk to you. Got both my dogs are under my desk. French. Oh, that's cool. Very cool. French is a beautiful language. Very elegant, beautiful, feminine, lovely, pretty language. Okay, I've got to stay away from the edge a little bit. So I'm just going to work in, that's not the actual finger shape. I'm just going to work in from the edge. Elvis is my singing bluebird. Oh, wow. And Bird is green and dark blue. Cool. Cool, cool. Yeah, I used to have budgies and then I got into finches and sparrows. But the budgies were hilarious. They had big personalities. Big personalities. But I suppose all parrots are super duper smart. All that species are really, really smart little dudes. So I'm just wetting all of the page, the hand, but I'm staying away from the edge because it's still damp. Thank you for French. Oh, okay. Kiwis was talking a lot. People were laughing so much. Oh. My grandpa had a cockatoo. And lots of people used to, and he lived in near a horse racing track, and all the jockeys and stuff would walk past his house and they taught the bird to say all kinds of words. So my grandpa's cockatoo learned how to swear, which was, not great, but it was funny, sort of. But, because the racing people would walk past the stables and talk to the bird every time they went past because he was sort of up against the back fence in his big aviary. Back in the day, we never got our budgies to talk though. They were out of the cage and they were like pets, and they'd fly around everywhere and they'd sit on your head and chew on your hair, and they were awesome fun. But I've got to go around the wheat. Oops, don't forget the wheat, love. I nearly forgot the wheat because that's in her hand just there. Uh-oh, I forgot what I was saying. I was talking about birds and food. Oh, and flying around in your hair. Yeah, that's what I love about budgies is they can be free. They can be a part of the family. Like canaries, not so much. Canaries are caged. Like they're wild or in an aviary. They're not the sort of bird that you can have as an actual fly around the house pet. They just don't seem to be the same. Kiwi, never in a cage. That's awesome. That's awesome. When I was a teen, I taught my grandpa's parrot Chicky to swear. Yeah. I think anyone who's ever had a talking bird has taught it at least one swear word. It's a rite of passage. And they're so smart. I'll tell you a funny story. One of my friends, because I live in country Victoria, so it's all farmland and a ton of parrots, ton of birds. We got wild cockatoos, galahs, rosellas, you name it. There's a million birds. Like it's bird paradise around here. Anyway, one of our friends rescued a corella, which is like a cockatoo. They look very similar. They're quite a big parrot, big parrot. Kiwi was singing Batman song. Oh my God, that's awesome. But they rescued it and they had it in, it was so big. They had the kids, what do they call them? Like a cubby house out the back, a kid's like a Wendy house. up on stilts, and so they used the Wendy house as its cage, its box, and the cage around. They caged in all the kids' playing area, and that was its aviary. Anyway, all the other wild birds would come, because it was a rescue, so all the other wild birds would come around and hang around him, and he would talk. He was a real talker. Anyway, this one day they go outside, he's gone. The wild birds had helped him chew out and escaped him. They took him into their group. So he got released to the wild. Anyway, there were some people building houses down the road, and they thought they were going crazy because there was a flock of birds and one of them was talking to them. And it was so funny because these builders, big, tough, burly builders, were surrounded by all these birds, and this bird's talking to them, and they're like, did you hear that? Are you sure? Is that bird talking? So, yeah, he lived happily ever after once he got back to the wild. That was really cool. But, yeah, all the other birds came and got him and helped him. When he was well enough, he escaped. And that was really cool. But, yeah, he was talking to all the locals, which is hilarious. I've changed the shape of that thumb. I've just got a shadow in here a bit more. Take that down there. But, yeah, I love the birds. And there's nothing more, like on a summer's day, when you're outside and you hear the birds chirping, there is nothing more peaceful than hearing happy little birds making their happy little noises in the garden. And like I said, we've got tons of birds around here. And different times of year you get different birds. It's very cool. It is very cool. But yeah, so I'm in country Australia, and we've got all the animals everywhere. It's a bit mad. So that's the hand. So I've just used the same skin tone, just in slightly darker pigment. So it's yellow ochre and a bit of cadmium red. I think it's cadmium red. Yep, cadmium red. Rosita, huge parrot, was singing opera. Oh, wow. I want an opera singing parrot. That'd be cool. That's just classy. That's super duper special. Pooking panfish. What's a pooking panfish? I have lots of fish. I love fish. I've got pets, everything. I heard Australia has the best birds. My favourite so far is a pink robin. Oh, Google. Hello, Laurie, again. Google fairy wren. Speaking Spanish too. Oh, that's okay, doll. That's okay. It must be so hard sometimes because you sort of pop in and out of, like, communicating, because if you're in your own place, in your own area, you forget and you just fall back into your own language. But that's fine. I don't have a problem. But, yeah, Google the superb fairy wren, W-R-E-N, fairy wren. I'll write it down. Hang on, I'll pop it in chat. Can I stick it in chat? Hang on. How do I do this? Hang on, just bear with me. I'll just get up my YouTube doodah, because I haven't got it up. Pull it up, my channel. Can I do it? I don't know if I can do it. W-R-E-N. The bird, the tablet, correct. Now, slight problem here. The wheat. Yes, perfect. Fairy wren. Exactly, that's the one. So if you Google that, it'll show you the most magnificent little bird, and they live in my front garden bed. And they sit on my window, and they're about the size of your thumb. Like they're teeny, oh, where's my thumb? There's my thumb. About that big. They're teeny tiny little things, but they are so brave. And they come right up to the window and sit there and wiggle their little bots at my dogs. And they're very, very cute. The little boy ones are bright blue, and the little girl ones are just grey. But they're very gorgeous little birds. They're very pretty. I've done lots and lots of paintings of them. So I'm just popping now. I'm going to leave the white of the paper, and I'm going in with dots of ochre for the flowers on this little bit of wheat in the hands. But yeah, they do their little happy dance, and they go wiggle, 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 wiggle in the window. They're a world of cuteness. They are a world of cuteness. And then we've got cockatoos. Oh, my God, and magpies. Magpies in Australia are different to magpies on the other side of the world. Hello, Fairy. Hello, Zargo. How are you? But the magpies, my little dogs, are hilarious. And the magpies, if you Google Australian magpie playing, they've got the biggest sense of humour. They're funny. And I have 2 magpies that nest here, and they bring their babies to the house and stuff. But they were playing, and the dog's stupid, right? So the bird would sit on the fence, and the dog would be going woof, 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 barking at the bird, and the second magpie would come down, land behind the dog, and then the dog would turn around and go woof, 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 and chase the bird. Then and it would fly up to the fence, and the other one would fly down and land behind it. And you could see the birds, they were just they were teasing the dog, having a great old time. They're crazy. But, and yeah, we get a ton of cockatoos. Tide, been out all day. Oh, cool. The Australian magpies have the most insane song. They do. They're very, very loud. They warble. Be right back. My little pup needs to go out. No, absolutely. She wants to play in the rain. Oh, puppy heaven. Awesome. So I'm just popping all different colours. This is like it's a seed thing. But I'm popping just different colours on. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to define this. Kiwi it's Polshi's Alsalo, my dog. Oh. I've got to darken up. I'm going to make a grey colour. So burnt umber, cobalt blue. Because I make my own greys. I actually, in my Kuretake Gonzai Tumby paints that I got the other day, I've got a black. That was really weird. It's wonderful, but I'm used to mixing my own colours. But it had, a black. But you can make a really nice natural grey with burnt umber and cobalt blue. I'll pop out too. Got hungry bunnies. Absolutely, Dale. Absolutely. Putchie, sorry, corrected. No, that's okay. They would play together. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. It's going to do this shadow under here. That's a little bit too grey, but I can lighten that. I can actually lift that a little bit. So I'm just going to clean my brush, go back in and just touch it with my cloth and lift that shadow out a fraction. There we go. That's better. I just want to try and get contrast between the fingers and the flowery bits. She's got nail polish on. I can pop nail polish too. Hey, Bug.
Hey, Mum.
That's my daughter. She's a blacksmith. They're going out to make knives in the shed today, so that should be fun. They're going to go and do some practicing on the forge. So now I've got to darken up this shadow on the underside of the hand. I'm so excited to get onto the bird. I can't wait. But I've got to focus on the hand. Had a bit of dust on. Oh, hey, April. Do you want to make your old mother a coffee? She's awesome. She's awesome. My wonderful child. They makes me coffees. Okay, so I'm just very carefully, just very diluted shadow.
In your office?
No,
Okay.
I don't. All right. Then, yeah, my kids spoil me. My whole family spoil me. I'm a very lucky mum. A very lucky mum. They're my computer. They fix everything that I break computer-wise. So when I've got to go darker than I think I need to go. I'm too pale. I need to make my work. I do build it up gradually though, because I'm not brave. But I need to be braver. Burnt umber, cobalt blue. Get a bit more burnt umber to make the shadow tone. There we go. It makes a purpley grey, I suppose. And I've got to go under here. I'm a lucky grandma of 2. Oh, wow. Oh, that's awesome. I babysit my kids' puppies because we all live on the one farm. We've got a big farm here. And my kids, when they go to work or they go on holidays or anything, I get to puppy sit. But I say I'm puppy's grandma. That's another little Jack Russell. But, yeah, that's so cool. Must be awesome to be a grandma. My kids only got married. My eldest daughter got married 2 weeks ago. So it's been busy times, busy but wonderful. Busy, wonderful times. We're just starting to settle down into normality again. How fun. I know. It was so awesome. It was so lovely. And back, what spoiled little girl. I have zoomies in the rain. Oh, I love zoomies in the rain. And a quick wee equals a treat or two. She's 5 months. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, a puppy. Amazing. You will see. I'm so excited, Lynn. I am so excited. But, you know, when they're ready. No rush, but when they're ready. But, yeah, I'm excited. It'll be cool. I poke fun at them about it. It's like, when am I going to be a grandma? And they go, Mum, stop. Leave me alone. But you got to have a bit of fun. I'm just going to blend that. Take that around there. Okay, I'll come back and define that hand a bit more when it's a little bit dry. Oh, I'm going to get onto the birdie. I need to bring my paints closer. Trying not to drop everything off my table. And what am I going to do first? How dry is my paper? It's pretty dry. It's buckled. That's annoying. I did stick it down. Apparently not very well. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to start with the yellow. So I'm going to go in.
You are?
Oh, you're awesome. Thank you, Bug.
Accidentally spilled a little bit on the way out.
That's fine. I'll mop later. Thank you, Bug.
Not a problem. I'll just close the door over a fraction.
That's all right, Bug. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Have fun.
Will do. Oh, right. Safety glasses.
Yes, safety glasses, because she's going out to work on the forge. She's a blacksmith. Gave birth for the first one. Was super special. Yes. Yeah, it would have been super duper special. So how old are your grandbabies? How old are they? So now I'm going to wet my brush and I'm going to run around little Buddy's head.
Grab my gear out of your car, Mum.
Okie dokie doll. And I've got a little bit of yellow in my brush, but that doesn't matter because this whole area is going to be yellow. So I'm just going to, any areas that I'm going to leave that colour, I'm going to just run that water onto, make it quite wet, then drop in lemon yellow. We're going lemon. We're going the full lemon. 11 and 5. Oh, my God. That is so cool. That's wonderful ages. You know, Christmases and birthdays are so special at those young ages. You know, that's absolutely gorgeous. It's just the best because they, you know, they're still innocent and they still believe, they still believe in all the fun stuff. Granddaughter and July birthday girls. Oh, cool. Well, happy birthday because it's July. Happy birthday for whichever little one it is. That's very beautiful. I'm just going to go around the edge of the wings. So fun. Oh, yeah, I love kids' party. I love kids' birthdays and I love Christmases. Like my kids are now 25 and 23 and I still do Christmas like they're little kids and they sort of just roll their eyes at me. But, you know, they still get a ton of little tiny silly presents. I always buy them something silly and fun. And I still tell them Santa did it, not me. And they're like, Mum, really? I'm like, yes, well, just for me. You've got to believe it for me. Granddaughter's 30. Wow. Wow. That's cool. Okay, so come down there. I'm going to add a bit of this yellow onto the seed. So almost, granddaughter could almost have a daughter of, well, be a great-grandma. Almost. Am I going to give her nail polish? She does have nail polish. I probably should give her red nail polish, shouldn't I? Are we going to do that? What do you guys reckon? Yeah, let's go rogue. Let's go rogue. Let's go. A bit of geranium nail polish. Let's go. We're going the geranium. We're going in. Going to do that. Going to pop a little touch of that there and then drag it around. Dates of birthdays. Oh, 30th. Oh, my God, Lynn. I'm not, yeah, I had a moment. Yeah, sorry. 30th. Yes, cool. Yeah, mine was on the, I was really clever. My little one, just turned 23. She was born on the 9th of July at like 11:50, and my birthday was the 10th of July. So she was literally born just before my birthday. Like literally, we were like, is she going to be my birthday? We're going to share a birthday. But, yeah, it ended up being literally, she was born just before midnight on the 9th. And then my birthday's the 10th, and I have a twin sister. But, yeah, so my best friend bought in. Hello, Gias, how are you? Thank you. I'm glad you like it, doll. It's lots of fun. We're having a lovely old chat. Yeah, July girls too. But yeah, so my best friend bought in two birthday cakes on the day my baby was born, who is now 23 and all grown up. Okay, so now I've done the fingernails. His little face is dry, and it's a little boy budgie, so he's got a little blue beaky bit. So we're going to stick his little blue beaky bit on. Just up here, it's pretty much the same colour as the background. So I'll just pop that in there like that. But yeah, it was very special, very, very special. And I'm going to pop a little bit of indigo on the bottom of the nose, just to let that sort of take up a little bit more colour under there. And I'm going to try and be good, and I'm not going to use any white pigment. I'm going to try and leave the white of the paper. I'm going to be a good artist. Okay, so now I'm going to go, having said that, I'm going to go back in to my, what is that? That's cadmium yellow. I'm going to go into cadmium yellow deep. I'm going to clean my palette and get a bit of cad yellow deep. I need to spray my doodah. I keep forgetting to spray my palette. So I'm going to spray my palette now. Better late than never. Squirt, 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 squirt. And we're squirted. Okay, we're good. And then grab some, which watercolour do you prefer to work with? I love everything. Like I've got a few different brands, but my two absolute go-to must-have favourites, Sennelier and Schminky. They're my everyday, use them all the time. Couldn't live without them. Love them, love them, love them, Sennelier and Schminky. And I've got two palettes that I've filled with all colours. Even though I don't use all the colours, hang on, I'll hold one up. So this is my Schminky Messy palette. And you can see, like, all these top colours I very rarely use. They're all full. And some colours, but I just like to have the colours. And my Sennelier palette, which is very well loved and lots of use. And then after that, I love drawing. I'm a drawer too. So I do a lot of drawings. So I have a bazillion pencils, and I've just found graphite, this stuff, the art graph. Oh my God, this stuff, you can paint with it. Oh my God, it's heaven. It is so much fun. Actually, I'll show you a couple of, where is it? Just got to find the picture I did the other day. Oh, is it in that book? Hang on. Just bear with, oh, it's in this one. Is it in this one? I did this with that graphite. You can actually paint with it. Like, it's really effective. So I did that owl the other day, and just with the earth tones. And I love that, because I love drawing. Above everything, I'm a drawer. But being able to paint with...
That's down the street, sorry. That's down the street.
Oh, okay.
So I'll just be holding off until...
That's okay, Boog. Lots of pigment. Oh, yeah. Tons of pigment. I love the vibrancy. I love the strength of it and the ease it went onto the paper. So, yeah, good fun. Really good fun. Really, really good fun. That's nice. Thank you. I'm glad you like. I had lots of fun with it. Lots and lots of fun. So I've just done, I'm going to do his eyeball. But I'm not going to do it black. I'm going to go in with a blue. I'm going to go with me indigo. Go in with me indigo. Very carefully, trying to leave the white, a little bit of white around like that. I mean, he's going to have all these little stripy bits. So I'll just leave that for the second. And now I'm going to go in with a light green, and I'm going to use, am I going to mix my own? No. I'm going to go phthalo green light, because it's a gorgeous budgie colour. A gorgeous, gorgeous budgie colour. So go in with my phthalo, and that's onto the chest of this little guy. And just drag that all the way around his little tum-tum and onto his little foot that comes down here, and then onto his back. And his tail's blue, but I'm going to take the green onto the tail because I can go over it anyway with the blue because the blue's darker. But it'll be nice to have that. Art graph, yes. You know, just added a new product to my art bucket. I can't resist art supplies. Yes, I'm the same. Well, it was actually my friend. I've got two people that I follow on YouTube. Lana Goes Art. I've uploaded the video of painting that owl. And I put in the links the two people who inspired me. And then I left their streams and went, oh, I've got to have those. So they're Lana Goes Art and the Irish farm artist. But I've linked them they're in the comments in the owl painting video. So highly recommend to watch their videos on how to paint them, how to use them. Oh, my God. Lana did the most amazing monkeys that I've seen. They're just incredible. But yeah, it's their fault. So now I'm sharing the love. We're like paying it forward. So I'm going to take this green. Actually, I'm going to take it onto the wings because I can go over it. And there is no white. It's just greens and yellows. All right, so that's all good. Righto. So the little beaky is yellow ochre. So I'm going to do his little beaky with the yellow ochre and a little bit of green at the top. Just drag that down carefully like that, and I can add a little bit of brown to that as well. Am I going to do that? Yes, I am. I'm going to add a bit more warmth. So a bit more of the cadmium yellow. Gee, I put a lot of water on that palette, didn't I? Because it's gone really nice. Really easy to lift. I'm just going to darken up here a little bit like that, and I'm going to drag that out a little bit. So just dampen my brush, take off the excess moisture and drag that around. Take that down onto his back a little bit because it's still movable a little bit. You can re-wet it and just soften those edges a little bit. So I just sort of do that, fuzzy that up, and now I'm going to go in with his little stripies. I have some water-soluble oil pastels. Oh, I've been thinking about those, Laurie, and wax pastels that I just had to add to my soft pastels and oil pastels. Oh, Laurie, I've seen the water-soluble pastels, and I do think I need those. I definitely think I need those because they are, yes, I need them. There's no question. I must have them. I haven't seen them here though. I'd have to get them online. Do pastel these days, and you also watercolour. Yeah, I love pastels. Pastels you can just do so much with. They're just gorgeous. When I used to do lots of pet portraits, and I specialised with pastel, but I haven't used them in a long time. But I do love them. I love the look of them because I don't oil paint. I'm way too impatient for oil painting. I love oil painting. I love watching it, but I can't do it for the life of me because I like to start things and not have to wait 6 months for it to dry. You do soft pastel? Yeah, I used to do soft pastel. They're gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So what's your favourite subject? What's your favourite brand of soft pastel? What's your favourite brand? I've got all my boxes sitting over there on my shelf. I've got a whole shelf dedicated just to all my pastel drawers. I had to order them from Amazon. The water-soluble wax pastels are surprisingly beautiful. Oh, Laurie, I'm going to write that down. Actually, no, I won't need to write that down. I can just go back through my chatty doodah. Because, yeah, I can see that I'm going to be needing those. Because I watched a review on, I can't remember what brand they were, but I watched a review on some, and they looked magnificent. I do love water-based Snellia, Unison. Ooh, Terry Ludwig's. Oh, I haven't heard of Terry Ludwig's. I've used Unison. I like Unison. Let me get the name of them. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. So I'm just marking in the beginning. Welcome back, Zag. Welcome back. Just marking in. It's just very rough at the second. But I'm popping a little bit of indigo while the paper's still a little bit damp. And I'll have a little bit of movement in it. Feather textures. Mungo, yes, 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 yes. Anything Sennelier is beautiful. This is very true. Sennelier is just magical. It's a magical, 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 magical product. I've got the gouache as well, Sennelier gouache, and it is gorgeous. I don't use it often because I'm not good at it. Like I need to use gouache more, but it's beautiful. I love Sennelier. I love the softness of it. You know, it's magical. Terry Ludwig is US. Okay. I'll have to Google. And I've also got Derwent pastel pencils. I really like the pastel pencils. Yes, I've got the Derwent pastel pencils as well. And I've got the pan pastels. They're good fun, but I haven't used them for that long. Haven't tried their gouache. Oh, their gouache is gorgeous. The water-soluble oil pastels are king art. Okay. I want to try the egg tempera. Ooh. Never tried egg tempera. My mum did because my mum is an artist, but my mum used to do egg tempera paintings. That's a whole other world. A whole other world. I think I don't know whether there is, I mean, watercolour is not the most forgiving medium, but I think egg tempera is less forgiving. But, you know, I was little when my mum used it. I don't remember it, like, I didn't appreciate how hard it would be when I was a kid. The price of them is pretty high. You could make it yourself. Egg tempera you can make yourself. I can't remember who I watched, but I watched a tutorial on how to make it a while ago. I can't remember who it was. So I'm just filling in the feathers and I'm just doing the shapes, basic shapes. How fun Mum paints. Yes, my mum did everything. My mum's a craft person. She did pottery. She made all our clothes. So she was a sewer. She made ceramics. She was a potter, like had the wheel and had her own pottery shop. She was a painter and now she's 85 and she's doing, you know, the beautiful diamond beads. She sits for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and does those beautiful diamond paintings. And what else did she did? What was the other thing she did? You know, what's it called? The painting where you put it on, you paint a plate and then you've got to fire it. And every layer of paint, you've got to fire it for 12 hours. And it takes like 10 days to make one painting, like just because you have to paint it, fire it, paint it, fire it, paint it, fire it. I forgot what it's called, but my mum used to do that. It's not hard, but it's a bit messy because you need to get rid of all the thin membrane around the yolk. Ew. You once made a bit yourself? Yeah. Yeah, I'm bad at making things. I'm very bad at making things. I did watch a show on how to. One of my friends has got an art shop just in town. Enamel. Like enamel. It's not, what's it called? It's not enamel. It's like enamel. It'll come to me. I'm going to Google. I'm Googling. Hang on. I'm doing the Google. I'm going the Google. Hang on. Painting on plates. I'm Googling. It's got a name. I don't want beginner. I want a serious one. Oh, what's it called? Okay, what's it called? What is painting on plates called? Oh, poop. I can't find it. No, not ceramic paint. Goodness gracious. Okay, it'll come to me. It'll come to me because my brain's just not braining. My best friend does enameling on silver jewelry. Oh, that's awesome. Porcelain painting. It's porcelain painting. It is painting on porcelain, but it's got a special name. Oh, it's exactly what it is, but it has a name. And I can't remember. But it's really intricate. It takes forever. But yeah, my mum used to do it. I didn't have the patience for that either. I love drawing. I love anything drawing. And I love watercolour. And I'm going back into my indigo. I need to fill up my indigo doo-doo. The name is going insane slowly. Yes! I do that to myself. I'm like, oh, damn, there's a word. I forgot the word. I'm forever. My special gift, my superpower is forgetting. Have a blank too. Yes! It's contagious. It's contagious. Oh, my God, I need to ring my mum. Say, hey, Mum, what was that thing called? I'm going through the alphabet in my head now. Going through the alphabet in my head. So I'm just filling in anywhere that's going to be the darker feathers. Alishi, hello. How are you? How are you? How are you? What is the name of that painting called? Jesus. I'm good, thank you, Dale. How are you? English second language, yeah. I'm Australian and I should know English, but I don't. I speak Jenny. I speak my own. I've made my own words and I forget them very promptly. Doing very good, thank you. Awesome, glad to hear it. Oh, it's eating at me now. What is the name of that poopy thing? So I'm going into my cad blue. It'll come to me. It's on the tip of my tongue. And I'm going to go a strong blue onto the tail. So what have you been up to, Alice? What have you been up to, Dale? Have you been gaming? Alice is my gaming buddy from Twitch. And we've played together on a few occasions because I also do games. I've just got an offer for a Raid Shadow Legends sponsor for stream. Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations. Woohoo. Look at you go. China painting. Laurie, yes. Sorry for yelling. Probably breaking all your eardrums. Yes, that's it. China painting. Oh, my God, you're a legend. Yes. That's the one. Puzzle Maleri. Did I say that right? Hello, Ariane. Porcelain Maleri. Okay. I thank you. Yes, awesome. Yes. Well, at least now I can rest. I won't have a sleepless night because you know what? That would have eaten at me for hours and hours and hours and then some more hours. So I got a new game partner. We're playing Diablo late at night. Oh, awesome. I played Euro Truck Sim yesterday. And I spent a lot of time on the wrong side of the road because it's Europe and Australia. We drive on the left hand and not the right hand. So that was fun. So I'm actually going to go into the detail on, I've got to do his little blue bits. He's got blue bits. So now I can start to build up the darker areas and put in the definition. China and porcelain is the same, just different words. Oh, well, there you go. There you go. All right, so I'm going to grab, I'm going to start to build up. I'm going to go darker layers. You love that game way too much. I do. Wackadoo, wackadoo. I can't wait till Australian sim comes in. Hello, my favourite Australian. Hello, Shane. How you going, Dale? So, oh, I forgot. I've got to pick up my cloth. Where do I stick? Oh, I'll grab some more. We'll just grab some more. That's easier. Grab some more cloth. I've got to start to build up the layers of colour on my birdie. So I'm going to go back into his little chest with this green and just strengthen up. Start to strengthen the layers now. Because the thing with Sennelier, it's designed for layering. It's the most beautiful paint, but it is very, very fine. Like, it's very delicate. It's the only way I can describe it. It's delicate. It's got a real glow a magical glow to it. And yeah, you can build tons and tons and tons of layers. Looks like your budgie. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Hot. It's midnight. It's 21 degrees. Ew, I like winter. Shane, you need to move to Australia. We're a nice cool 15 degrees at the moment, Celsius. I'm going to go a light blue. I'm going to go, actually, no, I'm going to go turquoise because I love turquoise. We're going turquoise. I'm going to go a little bit of turquoise just around this edge, the tops of these feathers, like that. Humid summer, it's horrible. Yeah, I don't do summer. I mean, we have no choice, but I don't like it. I stay inside. I don't go outside. It's just too hot. I love winter. Winter's my happy place. Yesterday and last night were worse. Ooh, yeah, see, you guys getting that kind of heat in England, you'll visit Australia from May to September. Yeah, that's your best time. That's the nicest weather. Then it's mid-20s. It's not hot. Love Senelia. Yeah, I think Senelia, it's a close competition, but Senelia and Schminky are my two absolute faves. My brush is not a happy brush. I need to find my fine one. I haven't misplaced it. I've put it, and I shouldn't put things. Here in Florida, we're at 95 Fahrenheit. Okay, I don't know how to convert. The worst thing about British summer is that there's no feckin' wind. It's like an oven. Yeah. See, we get 40 degrees and 100 km/h winds. 40 Celsius and 100k winds. So you can't physically breathe. Like you walk outside and you cannot breathe. Aurora! We were at 95 today. Yeah, I don't envy you guys at all. I'm so glad summer's not happening for another few months. We're halfway through winter now. 95's 35. Okay, cool. Cool bananas. So I'm going to go back. Now, have I got an indigo on this palette? I don't. Oh, I do. Oh, I do. I'm going to try. Oh, that's a purpley one. Ooh. So different brands have different colour indigos. Our wind is 5 miles an hour. Yeah, no, we do mega winds. Like you can't physically go outside. It's too hot. And you just can't breathe.
So what do you want to make?
Okay, so I'm just going to do these simple little stripes. I'm just going to define them a bit more now. Florida's humid, so bad things don't dry out until November. Oh, yeah, Queensland's like that up north. It's like 40 degrees Celsius and humidity's massive. Their clothes go mouldy in the cupboard, like, because everything just stays wet. It gets wet and it stays wet. I couldn't do it. I couldn't live there. It's just too yucky. Too yucky. Yeah, nah. Like Victoria, we get hot, but it's a different kind of heat. We don't get that. We get humid, but not that kind of humid. Not that insanely everything's always soggy humid. I couldn't do it. I'd spend my life sitting in a swimming pool and I'd be all shriveled up because I'd be underwater the whole time. I'd be shriveled up like a prune with all crinkly bits. That's how people throw me food in the bath, in the pool. Okay, so then these feathers then they're not just long lines. They start as lines and then they go into smaller patterned bits. But yeah, they'd have to throw food at me because I wouldn't get out. Yeah, in summer I'm a water baby. The only time I leave the house is to go swimming in summer because it's just too hot to do anything else. Our May was so dry that our grass was purple, and then the first rain in June and it turned bright green. You know, this is the first year, the absolutely first year that we've had our grass didn't die off. I've never, ever been on this farm in summer where the grass didn't die. And this year we stayed green all year, which was just weird. And my flowers all flowered all year. Well, your south is our north, so, yeah, weather is, like, hot. Yes, yes. Yeah. I want to move to Tasmania or New Zealand where it never gets terribly, terribly hot. It never gets much above 35 Celsius. But I was having a funny conversation. Yesterday we were talking about the tropical north and how you want to spend all your time in the water, and it's the poor tourists that get eaten by the crocodiles because they go, oh, it's so damn hot and there's a beautiful big lake over there. Let's go for a swim. And, yeah, that's their last thought because there's, it gets so hot that you want to swim, but you can't swim up there unless you've got a pool because everything eats you in the water. But, yeah, on a happier note, I'll get on with feathers. So I'm just darkening up these feathers here. Thank you, Les. Tis good fun. I'm having good fun. I love drawing birds. I think birds are probably right up there as one of my favourite subjects. They do seem to have become my specialty. I have lots of fun with them. Everything in Australia tries to kill you, it does. I live in the mountains north of Montreal. Oh, you have bears. Do you have bears in Montreal? We call it Laurentians, lots of trees and mountains. Oh, my son-in-law's Canadian. Hang on, is Montreal Canada? Yes. I spent 2 hours underground today. I want a job there. Yes. What were you doing in a mine? Go to Coober Pedy up there. They live underground in the centre of Australia. It's Coober Pedy. Lakes. Oh, bears. Oh, bears are gorgeous. They eat people, but they're gorgeous. My daughter went to Canada for a holiday and she brought me back video. We have koala bears, but they're technically not really a bear. My daughter went to Canada and they were on a bus trip and she sent me video of the bear walking next to the bus. And I'm like, oh, my God, that is so cool. That was so cool. And squirrels. Squirrels and chipmunks. Oh, my God, I love chipmunks. I want a chipmunk. They're gorgeous. I want to paint a chipmunk. I think I did paint a chipmunk, actually, when she came home. She had a picture. She had photos of chipmunks. But, yeah, my son-in-law talks about it all the time, about the beautiful nature over there. That is one place on earth I would love to go. I would love to see Canada. I would love to go, but I never travel, so it's not going to happen because I don't go anywhere because I live in my Jenny bubble. Moose are huge. Moose are monstrously huge. They are monster big things. They are mega, mega, mega huge. Like scary big. And they're grumpy. Paint. Oh, that's all right, Dale. I think I read it correct. Anyway, I have spell correct in my brain sometimes. I don't even see something's misspelled. I love moose. Yeah, they're gorgeous looking. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I need to paint a moose. Like Bullwinkle, a happy moose. Finally, I made it to one of these live streams. Hello, Candid. How are you? You did. Welcome, welcome. I'm on here an awful lot now, Dale. Between my friend Aurora and I, we're actually streaming on Twitch as well. So actually, after this, what time is it now? After this, I'll be live streaming with my buddy Aurora on Twitch for Drawsome. So if you want to just come across, Aurora and I, after this, will stream together. In Sweden, they got moose parks with tame moose. Really? I want to pet a moose. Can I pet a moose? I hope everyone here joins us later on. That would be awesome if you would come across to Twitch. And the prompt today is space. So I'm doing 2 prompts. So this is for World Watercolour Month. Draw some live. That's the one. So, yeah, I'm going to be here every day for World Watercolour Month, and then I'm going to try and do 3 days a week. Try and hold 3 days a week on YouTube with live streaming just for fun because I love hanging out with peeps and having a chat. Oh, I love it. So Aurora, and Aurora did her first YouTube stream yesterday. Congratulations. The new Drawsome upgrade. Yeah. Awesome 3D. Drawsome awesome 3D. Okay, so we're getting there. I've just got to pop in these darker feathers just here. So I'm just using pure indigo, just in varying consistencies of water. It's almost, there's just the tiniest little bit of water on me brushing this. The teeniest, tiniest little bit. Come around here. Both of us on each other's channel. Yes, I haven't streamed on YouTube for 3 years or so. I'm not even sure I remember how. I'm surprised how Jenny friendly it is. Like, it's quite simple. Because now I've got OBS. It does make it quite easy. But I mean, if you've got 1,000 followers, you can stream off your mobile phone. But I think you can do it anyway, can't you? Because Aurora, you stream off your phone. Do you stream off your phone or your computer, Aurora? But it's good fun. I love a chat. I love, this is my social life. You guys are my social life. It's how awesome though. I was saying when I was playing a game yesterday and I was chatting and I'm like, how lucky are we to have this when everyone's in lockdown and you can't go out, but we've all got our artist friends online. It's so good. It used to be easy. I just heard they changed some things. Well, I'm not really good at technology and I didn't have a problem. So if I can do it, anyone can. Believe me. But yeah, we're so lucky, Lynn, hey? So lucky. I definitely count my blessings having you guys to hang out with, all my online buddies. I'm just going to darken up around here, around the eyeball, like that. I've never streamed before. I'm too scared. You know what, Candid? Don't be scared. It's just, as long as you got, well, what? Hang on, I'm just going to see. I think I'm following. I'm just going to check that I'm following you, Candid. Crafter. I think I am, Candid. Why is it not? Oh, because I'm pressing the wrong keyboard. I'm a smarty pants. Hang on. Candid. Crafter. I'm just going to make sure. Crafter. So that when you do, oh, I am. Good. Awesome. So give it a try. Give it a try, Dale. And if you do it, we'll come and hang out and have a chat. And you know what? Once you start talking, you relax and then you get used to it. So just start. Just let us know when you start. We'll come and hang out with you and have a chat. And I tell you what, it makes it so much fun. Just do it, because then you'll never look back. Once you've done it and you've got a taste for it, do it. You'll love it. And you'll be nervous the first time. I think everyone is. But once you've done it, then you're good. It is good fun, isn't it? Hey, I love the real-time chat. I love hanging out and talking. You can't go wrong. I'm going to go a bit of dioxazine purple. I'm going rogue. I'm grabbing a bit of dioxazine. It's a bit awkward the first time. You just get, yeah, exactly. You get used to it. And it's hard when you haven't got anyone to talk to. But I could talk the leg off a chair, so I never shut up. So, you know, it's easy. I find it, I'm happy to talk to myself for ages. But it's just really wonderful when everyone pops in. And it can be, the only hard part is it can be when you have to talk to yourself. But yeah, I do that anyway. I talk to my doggos, I talk to my cats. I just talk to everything. But I only stopped because I was in the wrong kind of community. Yeah. Have to move first to do my studio. Yeah. Yeah, fair. It does make it easy to have a space. You know how many people I know who stream in their bedrooms, though? So many of my friends. So the two of us at the same time? Yeah, oh, my God. Oh, my God. We've got to figure out the streaming together on YouTube thing, Aurora. We do have to figure out the streaming together on YouTube. I know it can be done, but I just don't know how. But, yeah, a lot of my friends, Lynn, a lot of them stream in their rooms. They've got an art set up in the corner of their bedrooms. I've taken over our office. I had a space in the shed, but I stole the office. And so now my poor husband's paperwork has all been allocated to the piano room. And I've completely taken over this room between two surgeries. Oh, my goodness, that's no good, Dale. That's no good. I think you need a third-party software to do double stream. Oh, that's scary. Yeah, because on Twitch, Aurora and I do it through Discord. We've got a Discord. We've each got a Discord. So I'm going to pop the purple down the bottom here. And then it's okay. Well, as long as you're okay, Dale, that's all that matters, as long as you're okay. And it'll be so nice when you do get your own space sorted. I've got to do his little feet. I haven't drawn his little feet in. What is Discord? Okay, Discord is like, how would you describe Discord? It's sort of like a Facebook chat room or Skype, yes. I just touched the wet paint rag to my chin. I now have paint on my chin. I'll just get rid of that, shall I? Get a new one. But, yeah, it's like Skype. So we can talk to each other. You can share your artwork. It's like a private chat room. That's a budgie? It is. It is. Oh, sorry, I missed that, Candid. Sorry, Dale. It's a budgie. These guys, I totally missed that. Sorry, Dale. Yeah, a native little bird to Australia. Little parakeet. Super duper intelligent. Really, really, really fun little birds to have around. I'm not actually going to be able to do his feet, I don't think. We're just going to pretend his feet are there. We'll just pretend his feet are there. I'm just going to pop some darker seed under there. So I'm going to go a bit of transparent sienna maybe. I think my washing machine's bouncing. That's not good. Okay, I'll just shut the door on my doggies. You can teach them to talk. Yes, you can. They talk really well. They talk really well. We were just discussing that earlier about, you know, how you can teach them all kinds of words. Like swear words and things. It's very cute. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. It's good fun. It is good fun. And I had to incorporate, because it was for World Watercolour Month, for what was the prompt? Oh shit, tactile, that's the word. Tactile was the prompt. And I just didn't want to do just a person holding something, so I thought I'll put a bird. You want an African grey parrot? Oh, tactile, that's the one. That's the one. But yeah, I just didn't want to do the tradition, like a rock, person holding a rock or anything. I thought, you know what, birds are very tactile and people love holding them. And there's nothing more calming. To me, tactile, you know, I think it's calming stuff too. It's things that make you happy to hold. I was almost going to draw a piano actually, because I do like pianos too. Most intelligent parrot, yeah. I don't know, cockatoos are super duper smart. Super duper smart. Got to darken up the underside of this fingernail. Blend that. And magpies too. Oh my goodness. The magpies are in this town here have figured out how to open electric doors. So there's one magpie that lives at the service station near town, and it's figured out how to stand in front of the sensor to open the door. It runs in, steals bags of chippies and eats the chippies. But the shop owner lets it because it's like, oh well, doesn't matter. It's really quite cute. But yeah, so the magpie, yeah, just runs in and steals stuff to eat. It's so cute. Painting I did of my father and nephew was a combo of memory and hushed. Oh, that's cool. That's so clever. You mean the servo? Yes, service station. What did I say? I don't know what I said. Cockatoos also super duper attitude. Yes, they do. They do have tons of attitude. You don't want to get on the wrong side of a grumpy cocky. You definitely don't want to get on the wrong side of a grumpy cocky. I did an ibex. Ooh, starting to run. That was a combo of abrupt and momentum. That's clever, Laurie. That's clever. So does everyone here stream? Oh, now my dog wants to come back in again. Does everyone on here YouTube? I shouldn't say stream, YouTube. So I'm just going to darken up the front of his little face. My husband just walked by. He didn't get that. The talk is on birds. Oh, I'm super. Oh, no. That could, yeah, no. I'm super new to watercolour, so I didn't follow the prompts. Watching everyone else follow them has been nice. Oh, that's cool, Candid. And it's a fun medium. It is a fun medium. You follow on YouTube, cool. Yeah, it's a fun medium to try. It does take a bit of getting used to. Like, I've been painting with watercolour for 20 years now. So I'm quite confident now. But all I can say is, oops, I'm not grabbing the dogs again. Come on then. It's just have a go and just enjoy it. As long as you enjoy it, it's all good. I don't stream anywhere, but I love to watch YouTube. Me too. That's how I started, was by watching people that I loved, watching people make art. And then I was like, I want to do that. I could do that when I grow up. And so, yeah, it's been 2 years now, and I couldn't imagine life without it now. I love streaming and I love making videos. I look at all the wonderful people I've met. Been watercolouring for about 9 years, yeah. Do many mediums since 2007. Yeah, I do everything. I love trying everything too, Lynn. Love trying everything. And that's the thing, it makes you better. The more you do, the more you try, the more chance you'll find multiple things you love. Like, I found so many products that I love using. Like, I love the graphite. I love pen. Like, for our prompt today, Aurora, I'm going to use white pen on black paper. That's the plan. I'll do my gel pen for Drawson. But, yeah, you can just try everything except oils. I love oils, but they're just too bloody slow. I'm too impatient. I've got too much ADDs. I've got all the Ds and I have no patience. So I could never be bothered to wait for them to dry. I would end up with mud. My paintings would all turn to mud. But I don't think anything gets the gloss and the glow that oils can achieve. I don't think anything's as beautiful as an oil. Because oil painting's just magical. But yeah, I have no patience. None. None at all. I'm just going into the back here with the darker green. Oils outside when I do. Yeah, see, I've got the water-soluble ones. So, because I can't, the chemicals, because we don't have anywhere to dispose of anything. It's got to be environmentally friendly-ish. So, yeah, I can't use chemical because living on a farm. I just had two oils drying for 2 weeks. I can get the weeks like, oh, my God, I couldn't do that. Oil paintings are magic. They are magical, but they're just too slow. And you've got to store them and keep them safe. And I'd end up with white dog fluff all over them. I guess my dogs are in my art room. So I can guarantee you 100% all my oil paintings would have white dog fluff they'd be like texture. They'd be tactile paintings. You'd be able to pat the fur on them. And when my father got ill, I started arting 2018. Then when he passed away, I turned to it almost full time. It helped me get me through the darkest moments. You know what? Art is therapy, Laurie. So true. Art is therapy. It's my sanity. I don't use terps for oil painting. I use veggie oil. Yes. And actually, I watch Grayscale. Awesome, Anthony, awesome artist. And because I love acrylics as well. And he uses vegetable glycerin on his acrylics. So I've just got some of that too to have a go when I do acrylic. Bought a product, helps dry. Ooh, I know you can get the ones, I forgot what they're called, but you can air dry them. Yeah, I want those water soluble oils. They're really nice, but I need to find stuff that makes them dry faster. Yes. Yeah, you have to get the drying medium stuff. I've got those. I haven't used them because I'm too scared of the dry time. Did the same thing after my husband died. Oh, really? Is that how you started, Aurora? Is that how you started? See, I've drawn since birth. I don't ever remember not drawing. I didn't paint till my mid-20s, but I have drawn. I don't ever remember a time where I haven't drawn. I'm very lucky. And my mum was a potter and an artist, and my dad was a cartoonist. So my dad was always sketching and doodling and drawing, and my mum was always making things. So I sort of grew up in that environment where art was really supported. The one I tried was sticky water soluble. Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't tried them yet. I've got to try them. I don't think you can use both the liquid and the stuff like that with water soluble. I think you can use some mediums with it, but I don't know what. They've got their own mediums you can get. I haven't really looked into it though. Been doing art since I was 4, but after Robert passed, I started doing it 24/7. Yeah. That's fun. My dad was an artist. Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, my dad loved drawing. I've still got, in my wardrobe, I've got a thing of all his mad inventions. He used to do mad drawings, like they were fun, and he'd imagine things and he'd go mad and draw them. And like crazy machines with feet sticking out, legs sticking out, and you know, it was hilarious. Both my parents are artists. My father is a cartoonist. Oh, see, how's that? How is that? That's so cool. You can use all the oil additives with the water solubles, but with at least some of them you can't use water also. Yes, it's one or the other. Yep, hence floof. Oh, there you go. Floof is my favourite. I haven't got my floof cup. No, they took me floof cup. I haven't got my floof cup today. Aurora's OC is floof, and he's the coolest little dude. I've got to try and lift this bit of blue here. And it doesn't want, I don't think it wants to. And I can't really go, it doesn't want to lift. What can I use? What can I do there? I know! Mikirataki Gunzai Tumbies! I'm going for me Tumby Wumbies. I got these the other day. So I'm not going to use, I'm trying to be good and not use anything that's not watercolour. So I've got a white. I can use the white. It's my first proper white. It's not gouache. So I'm going to use that just to go over the hand. I'm like, what can I do? This stuff is fantastic. I'm just going to wet it. Me Gumby Tumbies. People use Mr. Clean Sponge. Oh, came across my floof project not long ago. It was fun. Oh, that's cool. I'm trying to, it's not going to cover. Are you going to cover? Cover. Maybe it's not going to cover. Oh, yeah, it's covering. I used to take my coloured pencils and my sketchbook with me to the hospital every day and would draw my feelings. Wow, Laurie, that's beautiful. Yeah, it's a very healing thing. It is a very healing thing. Actually, my husband years ago, well, about 14 years ago, was in an accident, and I did the same thing. And I'm lucky my husband survived. He was very lucky and had wonderful, wonderful doctors. But I gave the paintings to the hospital, and they hung them in the hospital, and I was so flattered. I love those watercolours. I started off with gouache, so they're a great transition. Yes. Yeah, I only just got these the other day, so it's good fun I can actually repair that little bit. I might try a little bit of yellow ochre from it too, actually. I'll go a little bit of the yellow ochre. I just want to try and get back this bit here. There we go. It's got to go over the top there. They are very gouache-like, aren't they? Oh my God, Aurora, okay. Oh my God. Aurora helps with her parents. She lives with her parents. Hope she's okay. Hope she's okay. Yeah, hope she's okay. Oh my God, that's scary. That's scary. So I've just gone over that bit there. Okay, I'm happier with that. I'm just going to leave that. It's a little bit greeny tingy, but now at least I can probably go over that a little bit more. We're all waiting with bated breath to make sure Aurora's mum's okay. Oh my God. So I'm getting to the final touches. I'm getting close to the end of it. I'm just trying to think. I'm just going to have to leave that alone, I think. And then, Yeah, we've got everything crossed. Hopefully she's okay. Oh, my goodness. Hopefully she'll pop back in a second and tell us. I hope. Okay, I'm going to go a bit more of the purpley colour. Just going to take that into the bottom of the tail. And just darken up the ends. It gives you the three-dimensional sort of effect that I love. It just brings out the... Yeah, we'll hang out until I need to know that she's okay. I mean, Aurora's okay too, because it's scary when your parents are elderly. It can be so scary. So I'm just going to darken up the edges of these feathers. And I'm using a purple. I'm using lots and lots of different colours, but this one is, what colour is this? This is, what colour am I using? You help your family too, yeah. And my mind's eye is seeing a bracelet, but I think it would take a focus away from your beautiful budgie. Oh, a bracelet. Ooh. On her hand? Yeah, I could, but it's sort of, yeah, it's a good idea though. Maybe if I do another piece, I have to, like, probably possibly a ring as well. I love drawing hands. I've started, I can't see, it's that colour. It's actually covered, it's semi-opaque because I can't see my writing underneath it. And that's the Schminkies, the Schminky purple. I think it's probably a dioxazine. Yeah, I did one the other day and I put bracelet, rings, and it was quite fun because you look at some of the medieval paintings and the jewellery and how they create the effects on the jewellery. Oh, my word. I went to an exhibition and they had the Queen's, the paintings that hung at the palace came out on display. And, oh, my word, I stood there for hours just looking at the detail in the material in the dresses and their jewellery. Oh, my God, their diamonds and their rubies looked so real. The artwork was just, like, mind-blowing. Like, the detail they used to achieve in the medieval times was just... I stood for hours. Oh, I dribbled. I stood for hours. It was just mesmerising. Absolutely mesmerising. But yeah. And actually, Aurora and I were having a conversation yesterday. We were talking about light fastness and all the different things that go across with all the art supplies. And I was telling her how we went a similar exhibition. I think it was the same time. There was a Rembrandt, and it was just a drawing on a piece of wood, a pencil drawing on a piece of wood. And how many hundreds of years ago was Rembrandt? And this pencil drawing is still visible on the wood. And it was just a sketch, just a doodle. He just did a doodle of an outline. When I see the jewellery from that time, my mind is seriously, but yes, it was the most divine jewellery. They knew how to bedazzle themselves. They knew how to look. They knew how to make jewellery. They knew how to jewel up. But yeah, and it was amazing. It's like, and we were having a bit of a laugh. It's like, yeah, it's pencil. How light fast is that? And it's lasted hundreds of years on a piece of wood, on a porous medium that would absorb it and should technically fade. He broke all the rules. But we had a bit of a giggle because it was like, yeah, you can get stuck in it. Sometimes you can get stuck in all the technicalities. But then there's a 300 or 400-year-old drawing on a piece of wood that's still sticking out. Had a bit of a giggle. So I'm just going to darken up just the front edge of this eye. I'm really worried about Aurora now. Graphite is not degrading. Okay, well, there you go. Well, I suppose that's how they have all the letters from the old days too, the medieval times and historical times. And all the, oh God, and from 2,000 years ago because of the parchment and stuff that they've found that still has readable writing on it. Neither does charcoal and ochre. Ooh, well, yeah, ochre's true because our Aboriginal cave paintings are 20,000 years or 10,000 years old and still clear, still quite visible. And that was ochre, and they used red ochre. What else did they use? I'm trying to think. Our cave paintings are just glorious. So I'm just going to go. I'm just having a look at the hand. I've got to do the crinkly bits. She's got crinkly bits. She's going to get her palms red lines, whatever her lines on her hands are called, her palm reading lines. So I better pop that in because she's got one that comes across here. Comes down because her palms sort of folded back into itself. I'm hanging out. I want Aurora to come back. I want to know that she's okay. I'm just about done, but I don't want to finish up until Aurora comes back. I think they just used ochre, charcoal and ash. Okay. Still thinking of Aurora. Yes. I can't get her out of my mind. I just want her to be okay. I want her and her mum to be okay. I just need to know. Okay, so I'm just adding things to my painting now because I'm like, no, I'm staying here until Aurora comes back. So I'm just going to darken up this line. So at this rate, we might end up with jewellery. Yeah, I hope so. Oh, my God, I hope so. Because Aurora having to pick her mum up as well. If her mum's fallen, she's got to pick her up. It's not good. Aurora's not. I know. I'm really worried now. I'm really worried now because she didn't come back. I can contact her. I've got a contact. I can get onto her after if I need to. I'll double check and I'll let everyone know in the description. I'll let in the messages below if she doesn't come back. I'll let you all know in the chat. I'll pop it into the comments below. Just so that we all know that she's okay. It needs time. Yes. Yep. So I'm just going to pop these shadows under here. So I can actually purple up, so cool the shadows around the edge of her hand. Under this side here. I'll drag that out a little bit. How nice of you to let us know. Oh, because you guys are like me. You worry about people. But yeah, I'll pop it in chat. In the messages after. Because we're all the same, you know, we all care about each other. The art community is a nice, close community. It's a lovely community. You've got to look out for each other. All right, so then I can't actually see her wrist down here. But I'm going to do her little, can I? Oh, I can. Whoops. It is, yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, so just drag that down and around. Like that. Probably can get away with a little bit darker. I've got to keep the dark underneath, not do it around the top. But I reckon we are just about done. I'm just going to blend that out. I might just strengthen the fingernail polish a little bit. The bird looks fantastic. The bird's lovely and bright. So I'm really happy with how the budgies turned out. And I'm really happy that I didn't use anything I shouldn't have used, i.e. acrylic or gouache, or I used my Guns Eye Tombies. So thank goodness for them. They were very handy. They came in very handy. Time to go to bed. My day starts all over again at 4 a.m. Oh, my God, Laurie. Well, good night, Dale. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being here. I will be back tomorrow, same time, with the next prompt, whatever that is. I have no idea what tomorrow's prompt is, but I'll be back. Love the effect of Snellia on the bird. Yeah, it's amazing. It's gorgeous. Highly recommend Snellia. Highly recommend Snellia. Good night, Dale. Thank you for being here. It was awesome to have you, Dale. But, yeah, like I said, I'll pop in chat how Aurora's mum is in the messages below. So, yeah, sleep well. Have a good day at work. All right, I reckon that is just about done. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to sign him down the bottom left-hand side. I didn't drink my coffee again. Thanks for an awesome chat and art. P.S. This was my first live. Oh, awesome. Well, welcome, and thank you for coming and talking with us and hanging out. It was lovely, lovely, lovely to meet you, Laurie. Have a wonderful night, mate. Or day, whatever it is. And there are lots of awesome live streamers on here. So it was nice meeting me. It was lovely meeting you, Dale. Love meeting everyone. And I love a chat. Yeah. Yeah, it was lovely to meet you too, Lynn. Thank you so much, Dale. So we are done, I reckon. Tablet change. I know. Oh, my God. Mine did that to me once and it made a bad word. I was so embarrassed. I have to go as well, but I really enjoyed being here. You're a very sweet person and a great artist. Oh, thank you, Dale. Well, thank you, everyone, for being here. You guys make my day. You make my day. There's nothing nicer than chatting and creating and just being just all encompassed with art and arty people. It's my happy place. So Candid Crafter, Lynn, Laurie, Zargo, Ariane, everybody. It was awesome to meet you today, and thank you for hanging out, and I will see you all next stream. But yes, I'll let Aurora know, and I will let you guys know also in the comments, okay? So have a great night, guys. I'm going to head out, and yeah, love to everyone. Take care. See you later.